teach you about what I look for in a show quality Dutch rabbit. I currently have 65 rabbits consisting of Dutch and mini Rex. I'm a part of the American Rabbit Breeders Association, the Iowa State Rabbit Breeders Association, the Waterloo Area Rabbit Breeders Association, American Dutch Club. And with that, I can show in various open shows across the United States. Variety and class. So at these shows, they're shown in their own class and variety. So there's 6 different varieties: black, blue, chocolate, gray, steel, and torque. This one's black. This one's blue. And this one's chocolate. These are the only 3 colors that I have. Now, their class would be junior buck and junior doe, which is under 6 months of age, and then senior buck and senior doe, which is over 6 months. Now, some history. Alright, Dutch rabbits originated in Holland, and they're the oldest known breed. From Holland, the Dutch rabbits made the journey to England in 1864, and then as of right now, the Dutch rabbit is the most popular in America. And when you breed Dutch, you breed just for their markets. The Dutch is supposed to have a nice round body, compact, and they're supposed to weigh 3.5 to 5.5 pounds as a senior. And now the body. It is supposed to be very short, but not too short that the rabbit doesn't like it, and then nice and round. A foal would be a flat body, pinched in the hindquarters, or choppy hindquarters. And now the head. The head on a Dutch rabbit is supposed to be, the judge likes it to be really big and round and right on the middle, in between the shoulders. A foal would be pear-shaped or a narrow head. Now the ears are supposed to fit the head, and when I say that, when the head's big, you want the ears to be really small. And you want them to be really close together, like this one is, and right on the top of the head. Now a foal will be out of balance with the body, and that means when the rabbit is posed, the ears, the top of the ears are supposed to meet the highest point of the rabbit's back. The eyes are supposed to be bright and bold and clear. So a fault for that would be the eyes not being the same color of the darker part of the rabbit. So a chocolate rabbit would have to have brown eyes. A blue would have to have grayish eyes. Now, feet and legs. So, they're supposed to be Medium in bone density. You don't want them to be too thin or too thick. The stops, which is these things on the hind legs, which look like socks, that would be called the stops. And they're supposed to be even, and a fault for that would be a bleed in between the toenail, or in between the two toes. If the color would go between them, that'd be a disqualification. Now, fur and color. It's supposed to be really dark and luxurious, very dense and short. A fault would be too long a hair, or it would be too thin. Not enough density. Now the cheeks are supposed to be full and even, and you can see this one, this guy, his cheeks are not even, and they're not up far enough. Now this one, his cheeks are too high on his face. A fault would be a bleed of the white into the brown, or any of the colors, or the brown into the white. Now the blaze, the neck, and the hairline. This wedge shape on his face would be called the blaze. It is supposed to be right in the middle and come straight up right in between his ears. Now the neck is right here, and it's supposed to be just like that. And now the hairline is this line between its ears. It's just like the blaze, but on the back of the head. And the blaze and the hairline are not supposed to touch. If they do, that is a fault. Saddle and undercut. The saddle is where the white ceases to the brown, or any of the other colors. It is supposed to be right across the back, right behind the shoulders. The undercut is supposed to be the same thing, straight around. The saddle and the undercut should make a perfect circle all the way around. And it's not supposed to bleed up under the shoulders or armpits. Now, that's my presentation, and I taught you what I look for in a quality Dutch rabbit. Is there any questions? Yes.
What would happen if there was a fault in any of the categories? Would you just not show the rabbit, or what?
The question was, what happens if there is a fault? If there is a fault, they're judged on points. So if there's a fault, it would take so many points away. So I'd still show it, I just wouldn't get as many points. Any other questions? Yeah.
How do you keep them cool in the hot weather?
The question was, how do I keep them cool in the hot weather? We just built a new shed for them, and I freeze Gatorade bottles full of water, and then I put them in a cage, which is bigger than this, and they just lay up against it. Any other questions? Yeah.
How do you feed them? What do you
The question was, what do I feed them? I feed them 16% nutrition, 16% protein, rabbit pellets. Yeah.
Is there such thing as a perfect rabbit?
The question was, is there such thing as a perfect rabbit? I'm sure there is, I just haven't seen one. Any other questions? If not, that's my presentation.